Which projects of the upcoming BTO launch could be a $1 million resale flat producer in the future? In this video, I'm going to share my prediction. I know, many people frown upon resale flats that are transacted for over $1 million, but the reality is, many people still see their BTO as the first step in building generational wealth. So let's discuss which projects are those. Note that the list is not in a particular order, and these are just my personal opinion, so please do your research before making any decision. Right off the gate, we have Toei Breeze. The site is a cul-de-sac sandwich between May Road and the Central Expressway. If we go to Google Earth, I think this is the land parcel. Initially, I thought we will be able to view the Sungai Whampoa and it can be a selling point, but based on the Google Street View, well, this is more of a canal and not really a competitive advantage. This project will only offer 2-room flexi and 4-room flat, so there's no 3-room or 5-room flat here. I think the main selling point is the location. Quite a lot of amenities. If you walk a little bit to the right, you have Shangshong Supermarket, and if you go to the left towards Whampoa, you can go to FairPrice, food courts, banks, and plenty of neighborhood shops around here. And across the expressway, you would be able to find the Whampoa Community Club, hardware store, and many more. In fact, on the project itself, HDB is allocating space for food court along with a preschool, so you can just go downstairs. If you are wondering where is the MRT station, I think the nearest one is this one, Boon Keng MRT station. It's not super close, but it is still within walking distance. Alternatively, of course, you can always take the bus. Opposite the Boon Keng MRT station, you can also find the Bendemeer Market and Food Center for more amenities. If you are driving, this location is also convenient if you work in the CBD area. In fact, according to dooder, it should take you less than 10 minutes to drive from this BTO site to downtown. Given the location, I think it'll be relatively easy to either sell the flat or rent out rooms if that's what you want. For parents, there are a good amount of schooling options around the area. Hongwen Primary School is just next door. You also have Bendemeer Primary and Secondary Schools nearby, so you have some options within the 2-kilometer radius. Now, let's talk about potential resale prices in the future. St. George HDB is just across the Whampoa River, and based on recent transaction prices, a 4-room resale here is already selling for around $1 million. So, assuming this new BTO will be under construction for another 4 to 5 years, then you need to wait for another 10 years to finish the MOP. It is almost certain that in 15 years from now, the resale price of this BTO will be more than $1 million. Unless the government has some wicked cooling measures coming, this project I think will be a $1 million flat producer. Next up, obviously, we have COSS Heights. If you recall, previously the government announced that they would pilot this wide flat open concept where the flat has fewer internal walls. This is that project. The land plot sits between North Bridge Road and Crawford Street, which makes it a very strategic location. According to dooder, you can reach the downtown CBD area in under 10 minutes if you drive. For amenities, the North Bridge Road Market and Food Center is just across the street. Golden Mile, Kampong Glam, and Jalan Sultan area are just a short bus ride away. If you are wondering where's the closest MRT station, according to the map, the nearest MRT station is Lavender, which is around 6 minutes walk from the site. Okay, what about the view? From the map, it seems like some of the flats here will have the Marina Reservoir view and overlook the National Stadium, even though from afar. That is, of course, assuming you can get a high floor unit in the right style. What about the potential resale price? Obviously, if you can get a 4-room flat on a high floor and facing the Marina Reservoir, I can't see why you wouldn't be able to sell for over $1 million. Another positive side of this project is because it's part of the HDB's pilot project for white flats, where you can opt for fewer internal walls. This will give you more flexibility in terms of design. The real power of a white flat is actually if you reno it so it becomes a dual key unit, which apparently is possible as long as your renovation plan is approved by HDB. This way, you can live on one side and rent out the other side while maintaining your privacy. This is a real game changer because you could have a good amount of passive income. I don't know whether the pilot will be successful or not, so there's no guarantee there will be other projects with open concepts like this. If it is important to you, you might want to apply for this project. Next up, we have the Central Trio at Ang Mo Kio. Ang Mo Kio is a popular residential area known for its mature estates, central location, and well-developed amenities. Historically, housing in this area is in high demand. This is also reflected in the prices. Based on the sale transaction trend published by 99.co, in the past 15 years, HDB prices in the Ang Mo Kio area have risen about 72%. And that's for HDB only, excluding condos. So, if you manage to snatch a 4-room flat in this BTO at a high or even at medium level floor, I think you will have a healthy pool of buyers once your MOP is up. If you don't want to sell your place, I believe finding room renters should not be a problem either. Okay, let's take a closer look at the land plot. The Ang Mo Kio BTO will basically be located in this empty plot next to Ang Mo Kio Public Library. And next to it, we can see there's a Grandeur 8 condo, and opposite the block, as you can see, we have the Ang Mo Kio Garden West Park here, and also we have the Mayflower Primary School here. A couple of blocks away, you can find the campus for SIT as well as Nanyang Poly. Anderson Junior College is also right over here, just around the corner. As you can see, the surrounding area of this plot is pretty much done up, so you don't have to worry so much about heavy construction noises. This is different versus if you buy the Bayshore BTO, for example. For amenities, actually there are some shops if you walk to the south, which is this part. As you can see, there's courts here, and then the Chitsun Mall is also here. Basically, there are quite a lot of neighborhood shops around this area. If you keep walking, you will arrive at Ang Mo Kio Hub Mall, which have more offering. So this one is the Ang Mo Kio Hub. If you are wondering where is the MRT station, well, Ang Mo Kio MRT station is around 15 minutes walk, so it's right here. But alternatively, of course, you can always take a bus if you don't feel like walking. For this particular project though, I think the 10-year MOP is still worth it. Why? Because the location is good, a lot of amenities, strong demands from potential buyers and renters, a lot of school options at different levels, so families can also stay for a long term. Personally, if I'm on the hunt for a BTO, this project will be at the top of my list for sure. Earlier in this video, I have shown you that based on the statistics, in the past 15 years, HDB resale prices in the Ang Mo Kio area have risen around 72%. So, if you are lucky enough to buy a flat in this BTO and wait for the 10-year MOP, I'd say you still have a good chance of making a healthy margin. Can it be resold for over $1 million? Well, maybe. I think you have a good chance, but it will depend on your unit specification as well as the market condition when you are selling. The next potential $1 million flat producers are Bayshore Vista 1 and 2. Bayshore is slated to be the extension of Bedok Town with more recreational space, new facilities, more housing options, and improved connectivity. From the miniature model, the estates look huge. The brown ones are existing buildings, but the colorful ones are part of the Bayshore estate development. The government will gradually offer around 7,000 public housing units, and some of them will even face the ocean and East Coast Park. It will also be supported by 2 MRT stations, Bayshore Station and Bedok South Station. Bayshore MRT Station has been open now, while Bedok South MRT Station is supposed to be open in 2025. This means if you live here, you should be within walking distance from a train station. Renting out rooms should not be a problem as historically there's a lot of interest, especially from the expat communities to stay near the East Coast Park. Plus, the Bedok area is considered relatively close to the CBD area where many people work. The next selling point is that some flats will face the waterfront. I said some and not all flats though. Based on the October 2024 launch preview that the HDB released, both Bayshore BTO sites have over 700 units on each site. But looking at the map, Bayshore 1 site is better as it is closer to the water and East Coast Park, making it more likely for more units to have an ocean view. For Bayshore 2, I think it will have more of a city view. Another positive point is probably the potential profit that you can get, but this is debatable and can be contentious. I understand that in theory, HDB is supposed to be for genuine stay and not for investment asset to flip right after MOP, but the reality is, many people still hope to profit out of their BTO as their stepping stone to buy a private condo or to bolster their retirement account. Do I think some Bayshore BTO flats can be future $1 million resale flats? Yes, but it depends on the floor level and facing what. If you get a high level and face the ocean, yes, definitely you have a good chance to sell over $1 million. You might ask, isn't there a $14,000 income ceiling for the future resale buyers of a plus HDB flat? Yes, but depending on the buyer's profile, I think it is still pretty much possible to sell over $1 million, especially if condo prices continue to increase at the current pace. So what do you think? Is there any other project from this batch that you think can be $1 million resale flat producer in the future? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye!